Hello everyone, this is Kiran and I have Suresh with me. He's from Buldana and this is one of the interview which I'm taking from core Java to advanced Java, and Angular is not yet finished, right?
Right.
Angular not started. So variety of questions I'll be asking here. This is a person who got good rank in hackathon which we arranged last week. That's why I asked him to come here. We posted mock interviews long back, but in between we have stopped it just because we were busy with some other work, and we have posted many videos. So take advantage of this good mock interview, good video where Suresh will be telling the answers and I will be asking. So Suresh, you are from Buldana. You did BTech in Ballarpur Institute of Technology, right?
Right.
And you have 87%,
Yes.
88% around,
88.
right? Good, great. And you're from computer background only, right?
Right.
Okay, so can you explain me in college, did you ever got some prizes in any competition?
In the BTech, I haven't participated in any competition, but in Polytechnic, I was participated. There was also hackathon competition, quiz competition, which is related to the programming language. At that time, I got second rank.
So in Polytechnic, you did that, not in engineering.
Right.
Great. Okay, so in engineering, you was doing practicals?
No, because my engineering was done in lockdown. That's
Oh, lockdown. So you was at home.
Yes.
And engineering was at college.
Right.
So that was not mismatching. Okay, 12th is general. What is that general means?
General means both science and biology, means math and biology.
Okay.
General science.
Okay. Then you are good in Java, Hibernate, Servlet, right?
Right.
CSS, HTML. Good, great. This project is there something advanced restaurant thing. In BTech you did that?
Yes, in BTech.
So you did by your own?
Your own whole project by me.
Whole project by you?
Others are just participant.
Okay. So people of like a group of how many people?
4 people.
Okay, but you did that whole
Yes,
and solo.
they have work on some modules, but the back end as well as front end,
most of the things you have done.
Yes.
So that project was in Java, MySQL, HTML, CSS,
JSP. And
so what I can see is you was good in programming in college also.
Yes.
Right? Great. You are 97 born, right?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so let's start with the core Java. Okay. Basically, this interview will be focusing on how you explain the things also. Okay, there will be some tricky questions also. What is the difference between array list and hash set?
These both are the classes which are in collection interface, part of collection framework. First of all, array list is a dynamic array. Whenever the new element is added to the array list, the size will be increased automatically, and it allows the duplicate values. But hash
set.
But hash set implements the set interface, and it does not allow the duplicate values, and also it does not maintain the insertion order.
Good. Why you think that hash set is not allowing duplicates?
Because the hash set is storing the values based upon the hash value of that object.
Okay.
So that's why it does not store the more duplicate values.
Set is an interface or class?
Set is an interface.
Okay. Now let's say array list is there.
Yes.
And linked list is there.
Okay.
What is difference between these two?
Yeah, both are the same. But if we want to perform the operation, we want to perform operation of insertion, we can go with the array list, as it simply inserts the element at the last element of array list. But in case of linked list, if you want to remove the element, then we can go with the linked list, because it just update the addresses of the 2 nodes. But in case of array list, if we remove the element, it needs shift operations that increase the time. So
which is more efficient for insertion and deletion? I would say linked list. Whereas if only you want insert the things and just iterate over.
Okay.
then you
Yeah,
will go
at
with
that
the
time,
list.
right? At that time, I can go with array list.
But you have multiple operations, random operations, then
Random
you will be going with linked list.
linked list.
Right? Great. Next, coming to what is superclass of array list?
Superclass is abstract list.
Great. So you can recall this. Just now I talked to you before this mock interview. You said from 20th December you didn't read anything, right?
Yes.
It's a true.
Yes. Because
Okay, that's okay. So no problem. But see, you are able to recall the things. That's okay. But it's always better idea to study regularly, keep consistency in that, so you will be more and more expertise day by day.
Yes.
Okay, and you can crack anything. And lastly, package matters. Okay, you get package when you will be performing well in an interview. Okay, but right now, whatever I ask, I'm getting answers. What is the difference between equals and hash code method?
okay, both the methods are from object class.
Hmm.
So equals method will check the object. It will compare the two objects. And a hash code method, it has return type integer. If both the objects are same, then their hash code value must be same. So we can say that if the hash code value of two object is same, then that object are equal.
Okay, that is the relation between these two.
Yes.
Do you think that two objects are same means their hash code will be same?
Yes. The value of its hash code value must be same. If they are same, then we can say that they are equal.
Okay. So what do you think? Equals method of string class and equals method of object class. What is the difference?
There is no difference because string class overrides the method of the object class.
Okay. So no difference between these two equals.
Okay, equals.
Equals method is there in the string class. Equals method is there in the object class also.
Okay. Equals method from the string class, which will compare the two string objects, right? And all the criteria like memory location and its content.
Simple say it checks the content.
Content.
Okay. But object class equals method will check the address.
Address.
Is that okay?
Hash value. Yes.
The hash value, that is the address. What is the toString method?
ToString method, which is defined in the object class and it represents the object in the string format.
Okay. It is recommended to override a string toString method, right?
Yes, it is recommended. If you want to print the data of object, then we must have to override the toString method.
Multiple inheritance is not allowed in Java, right?
Right.
So it is allowed in the interface.
Yes.
So why you think that it is not allowed in case of classes but allowed in case of interfaces? Why?
Okay. So if you try to allow by the classes, so suppose we have two classes and one class accessing the properties from that both classes. But in some cases, if both the classes have the same methods, at that time the JVM will confuse that which method have to call. But in case of interface, it will not happen. Just we will provide the methods without any body like an abstract method, so we can implement as well as extend a single class. So multiple inheritance is possible with the implements with the help of interface, but not in the case of classes because both the classes should be have same methods and the JVM will confuse.
Okay. Let's say I have an array. Okay. And I want to find out odd numbers and even numbers. Okay.
By their index position?
Not by index position. I just want to find how many odd numbers are there and how many even numbers are there. How you will do that?
Simply write the condition. We'll first iterate the array, then again write the condition that the array name and the index location, array name in bracket index location modulo. If you want to even number, then modulo 2 must be equal to 0. Otherwise, else it will be even number, odd number.
But how you will do count?
If I want to print the total numbers, then I will simply create a variable which is initialized to 0. Whenever we got the even number, I will increment the count variable by 1.
Great. Okay, next. Can variable be static final?
Yes, they are class level variables.
Okay, so variable can be static
final.
Local variable be final or not?
No, local variable cannot. Yes, local variable may be final.
Can local variable be static?
No, local variable cannot be static.
Okay, great. What is protected access specifier?
Yeah, protected access modifier, which describes the visibility of particular thing like a constructor, method, class, not class, variable. If is something declare protected, its visibility will be shown. Like here, if you declare a variable or a method protected, it can be accessed within a package and outside the package. Then it must be the child class outside the package.
It must be a
Child class of that class in outside package.
What is return type of finalize method?
Void.
Yes, correct. Void. And where it is used, finalize method?
This method is used in the concept of garbage collection.
Okay. Do you know SQL? What are the joins available in SQL?
Like inner join, outer join, self join. They just combines the data from two tables.
Why you need to combine?
Suppose if you have two tables and we want to display the details which are common or all the details, then we should join the tables.
Can you elaborate?
Let's take an example. If I have a student table as well as their marks table, like in student table all the details of student, and in the marks table their marks of all subject with their percentage, and we want to display the details from these both tables, then we can join like a full outer join. It will join all the data. If you want to display some common details in between two tables, at that time you can use inner join. It will display the.
So what is difference basically in simple words? Can you tell me like what is the difference between inner join and outer join?
Inner join will displays the common things and outer join displays the all the things.
All the things.
All
Or
the
uncommon thing.
uncommon thing.
Or all the things.
All the things which are present in both tables.
Present, common and uncommon, both.
Hmm.
Okay. What is left and right outer join?
Left. So if you join the tables, left table, all the data from the left table will be kept, and the same data from the right table. All the data from right table will be displayed along with the common data from the right table.
What is the views in database?
Views are simply the structure of table, means the data. We can create the view using commands like view.
Why to create views?
Mm,
No.
no.
See, there are multiple tables. Okay. Every time you are firing a query by putting some joins. Correct?
Right.
So your query is getting fired. Then multiple tables are getting fetched, and you are showing some data. What I'm telling you now, which questions answer? Why views?
Why is?
Now this query again going, again joining, again bringing data. Instead of that, you create one view, and to create view, you put that join.
Okay.
So that query will get compiled only once.
Only once.
And now you do select star from that view.
Right. So all the data you want will be displayed.
There will be always ready that data. That is dynamic. Getting?
Yes.
Always firing query, then data will get fetched. Instead of that, create view, and you fetch data from the view. Okay.
Okay.
No problem. What is trigger? No. You know procedures in SQL?
Yes, procedure are the code, like we can write the business logic there, and procedure can be used to write some part of code, and we can call that procedures.
What is the difference between SQL and PLSQL? You see any videos?
No.
I launched that video last week. So go and see that. SQL, PLSQL, and MySQL. Okay. What is the difference between SQL and MySQL? MySQL is a database, SQL is a query language. But anyway, why to use Spring Boot?
Spring Boot is used to develop the applications which supports the multiple frameworks. So we can include all different frameworks into the Spring framework. So by this we can develop a project which will be created along with all the other frameworks like Hibernate, JPA, and also it supports Angular as well. So also it supports
What is the
Zakata.
difference between Spring and Spring Boot?
So actually, the Spring Boot is the extension of Spring. The main difference was that the Spring needs to be write the dependencies in the XML file, whereas in Spring Boot, the Spring Boot automatically generates the dependencies. It downloads the jar files from the net automatically. Just we want to write that what we want from from the internet. We will add that dependencies into the form file.
What is web service word and what is REST? Can you explain?
The
Like
web
difference between some. I heard word called web service. I heard word called REST API. So how they are interlinked?
web service means it is a service, and it needs the controller at the rate controller annotations. And REST controller means it is an API. It is a RESTful API which will handle the request, HTTP request from the user.
So web service is a concept actually. To implement that concept, you have two options. One is REST protocol and another is SOAP protocol. And here we are talking about REST protocol. Okay, so that is what the difference. Web service is a big concept. Inside that there is a REST concept. Got my point?
Okay.
Correct. So now what you want to implement in REST protocol XYZ, that's your wish. Got my point? Then do you recall any annotations in Spring Boot?
Yes, like mapping annotations for Spring Boot application annotation, then component at the rate controller, REST controller, request body, request parameter, path variable.
What is path variable?
Path variable is an annotation which is used to take the input from the URL, and it will pass that variable to the assign that variable value to the method parameter.
How to integrate between Hibernate and Spring Boot?
Okay, just we want to add the application.properties file, and inside that we have to import the libraries, but the POM file will do that for us. So it will auto configure the Hibernate to the Spring Boot.
What is auto configure means? Means what is getting configured actually? See, Hibernate is configured with Spring Boot. Means what?
Means all the libraries and the required interfaces and the classes that are present inside the Hibernate will be available in the Spring. But just we need to simplify that which database you are using, and your database details like username, password, all these details should be present inside the application.properties file.
What is dialect in Hibernate?
The dialect is the property which decide that which database we are going to use, like MySQL or Oracle.
But that is there in the connection also, right? URL connection.
No, URL connection means the path on the port number. That is URL. Like if you use Oracle, MySQL, then MySQL JDBC localhost and the port number and database name. It is URL. But MySQL dialect will decide that which database you are working with. Like you are working with Oracle, MySQL, or MS Access.
So dialect is used for creating a query, generating a
query for the particular database.
Yes, so formatting. I will not say formatting. If database is changed, only you need to change the dialect.
Dialect, right? Then after that, it can create automatic query.
It is used for identifying a database and firing queries according to
that database. Right.
What is criteria query in Hibernate?
So criteria query is an interface basically. So by the using of criteria, we can fire the conditions and the restrictions to the query.
Okay, conditions and the
restrictions.
Okay. Why to do that?
Suppose we in our table we just want to display the details according to our condition. Like if in our salary table we just want to display the salary of the employees from the 50,000 up to 1 lakh. So at that time we can fire the restriction. There are different static methods. All the methods are static in the restriction interface. So by using these methods we can apply the conditions to the table.
Okay. What is the difference between Hibernate and JDBC?
So in JDBC we have to write the queries. but Hibernate do that for us.
So you mean to say in Hibernate you cannot write queries?
Yes, we can write by using HQL, but basically the JDBC queries are automatically generated by the Hibernate by using MySQL.
Can you write simple SQL queries in Hibernate? Yes or no?
Yes.
How to use that?
By using HQL.
No, HQL is something different.
Okay.
SQL is automatically generated. I'm asking select star from employee. Like that if I want to write.
From employee. But it is Hibernate.
It is table name, not.
Sorry, it is class name, not a table name in Hibernate.
Yeah, but I want to write table names. I want to write just SQL query.
Okay.
How to do that?
In case of Hibernate. Can we write the annotation like table is equal to table name? And after that?
It is just like a SQL query we need to write, named SQL query function is there.
Okay.
Instead of HQL, you just write that. Okay. In query interface. No need to worry. People don't use that because it is difficult for migration. Okay. What is the at service, at repository, and at REST controller annotations?
These are the annotations. So if we add service, so we can say that it is a service class. It just do the business logic, and in repository we can retrieve the data from the database, and all the logics of the database should be there. So it will return something to the service class. After that, service class will return to the API which we have created in the controller class.
Okay. What is a service layer? What does it mean? Business logic means what?
Business logic means actually the code which have some logic, like if we want to perform some conditions, apply some condition, and according to that condition we want to perform some operations. So this can be placed inside the service class.
Okay. And Hibernate code, where it will be?
In Hibernate, it will be in repository class.
What is the difference between REST controller and controller? At REST controller and at controller.
So controller annotations will it is a web service annotation. It will display the JSP pages to the browser, but REST controller will not.
At controller will be used for MVC. Whereas for REST APIs, right? How to test REST APIs?
By using different browsers, we can test the REST APIs like Postman, Insomnia, Swagger.
Swagger is for testing?
Yes, it's for API testing. So, yes, but we cannot download it. So Insomnia is best.
Swagger you used?
Swagger try to use, but it not installed in my laptop.
Not installed in your laptop.
That's why I tried Insomnia.
Insomnia.
It is like a Postman, but the user interface was good.
So Postman is, why do you use Postman?
Just to test our APIs.
But that you can test from browser also, right?
No, but in Chrome browser, it needs we need to add the extensions, because we cannot send the raw data to the URL. So while using the Chrome or Firefox, we need to add the extensions for that. Means if you want to send the JSON string, at that time use Postman, and if you want to work with like user interface using JSP or servlet, so you can use on it Chrome directly.
What is IOC?
IOC means creating the object directly, inversion of control. In Spring Boot, it happens automatically, like dependency injection, automatic dependency injection. So inversion of control means the particular object will not depend upon other object, but that object can communicate with the other object. So it is inversion of control.
What is AOP?
Aspect of programming. I can't recall right now.
Okay, that is for like logging purpose. Okay, like a filter.
Okay.
You know solid JSP also?
Yes.
Can you explain me your college project which was developed in the solid JSP?
In the college, I have developed a restaurant ordering system where I use different modules for admin login, for kitchen, and for payment. So we have created. I have created the different servlet pages which will display some message. Also, I have used JSP. So in that JSP, I have included the HTML connection, HTML and CSS code as well. So on particular module, I have performed some logic to transfer the data from the database, and in order table there is a module like order. So the order table will display all the data which we have in present, like in restaurant there are different types of dishes available, so all the data as well as their price and the quantity. So all these should be added, may be added, and the after that the payment will be, a total amount will be generated. So all the logic is written inside the Java, and this is connected to the servlet by the different methods. The servlet has different method, and this all the data will be stored at the database. So I use MySQL for that. And again, I have used the Glassfish server. At that time, I am not aware of Tomcat server, so I have used Glassfish.
So what difference you observe between Glassfish and Tomcat?
So there is a lot of difference, but Tomcat was easy. When I see Tomcat, it was easy to set up, and it actually we can change the port numbers. But in Glassfish, there are lot of complications to change the port numbers, and to connect the actual server to the our application project.
Great, man. So you're answering most of the things, and you have worked for a project in college, or maybe in here. Here also, you might have received some project.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So you did that also.
Yes, yes.
Great. So you took advantage, right? So these answers comes when you really implement the project. Otherwise, it's very difficult to answer, because when I asked him Glassfish and Tomcat, in his academics he used Glassfish, and here he is using Tomcat. So he was trying to find actual differences between these two, and that is possible. Likewise, even if people, those who are seeing this interview, you have not done projects in our academics, at least do in the college, or maybe do in the institutes or wherever you are learning. Don't expect spoon feeding. Here, problem is people expect somebody should feed them. We teach them 5 APIs, 5 APIs unit. The thing is, these days, people pay money to the institute and think that everything will be done automatically. Yes or no?
Yes.
Many people think that. But I see, when I see you, that time I'm getting point. No, that is not the case. Many people I'm observing these days, money paid means job will be automatically coming to your hand. It's like it. But they are not thinking, if they are giving maybe 35, 40,000, then there will be plenty of people, those who will be giving 40,000 and taking a job. That's not possible.
Not
You
possible.
have to show your talent. You need to study. This guy is doing good thing. At least I'm happy with him that he's answering my questions. The level of question will increase to candidates we are getting in that. If you also want to give interview and you are prepared well, you can fill the form which is given in the description. We are launching online courses also, where you can buy many courses after doing your institutional course. You can buy those courses also to keep with you, or if you cannot afford the uh, offline classes, then you can go for online. But we are launching now online courses also, like Udemy and many more things. So let's continue with more questions. Okay.
Yes.
Um, do you know any annotations in Hibernate?
Yes. Like entity for the entity class, ID for the primary key, table, column, auto-generated value, then transient.
Transient is an annotation of Hibernate,
Transient.
or what? Transient is a keyword in Java. You know that?
Yes, yes, it is a reserved keyword, but I don't use in our code.
Yeah, it is reserved keyword, and if you write that keyword, you will not be able to serialize.
Serialize.
Let me ask you one thing: serialization and externalization. Do you know serialization and externalization?
Serialization and
Externalization.
I know the
Do you know
serialization.
serialization?
Yes.
Why do you use that?
If you want to transfer the object into the file, object data into the file, so we can. This is known as a
state into the file. Then you use for serialization
with the serialization ID.
What is the difference between comparable and comparator?
So these both are the functional interfaces because they have only one methods. Both the class have only one methods. So
only one methods or method?
Method. Only one method. One in comparable, one in comparator. So in comparable, there is a method named as compare. Compare to. So these method will compare the data or compare the object with the existing object, and it will return the integer value. If both are same, it will return 0, and the existing object which is greater than the specified object, so it will return positive value. And if the existing object is less than the specific,
so collections dot sort also sorting the objects, right? Then why do you use comparable and comparator?
So collection dot sorts perform only in ascending order. But if we want to specify the order, means we want to sort the data depending upon their age. We want to sort the data depending upon their age or by their alphabetical order. Like name should be alphabetical order. At that time, we need to use the comparable or the comparator. But the sort order just simply sorts the data objects.
Okay. Do you know tags in HTML?
Yes. Min tags are HTML body, script, and style.
Do you think that by writing body something you will achieve? If you don't write body, same thing will be there, or if you write body, there's something.
No, all the tags should be in the tags that we want to display should be in the body tag. If we write, it will run, no problem. But all the logics, all the tags, basic tags, should be in the body tag.
Why? What is going to happen if you don't?
Like, just take an example, a page. It is in a document. So we can say that it's a body. It's a whole body. So in that we are displaying some information. So we must include that body. If we declare outside that body, so it will part of the HTML. Like
it will not show on the page. You are saying?
No, it will show on the page, but we cannot actually adjust it, like applying the style. So what
you are saying? Style is not. We cannot apply style. You are saying that?
No, we can apply the style to that tags that are present inside the body tag.
But if outside of the body, if you write input tag, then you will not be able to put the style you are saying?
Yes, we can put the style. But actually, it is a syntactical, so we have to use body tag.
Oh, great. You was right. So it's like a body which you want to represent. Okay. Okay, so let me test it logically. Okay. So I'll be giving you one program where I want to generate a pattern. Okay. You are okay with the pattern thing?
Yes.
So this is what I need.
Okay.
So can you write the program for this?
Yes.
Okay. So please start. Okay, so is it done?
I think some error.
Yeah, run it. Let me see till what pattern you reached.
Maybe it would not.
If I remove this, will you able to do this now?
Mm,
Forget the hash.
Okay, already I have developed these. Just I have to print the spaces and
Reverse.
print the spaces and revert the logic.
So is this possible?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I have
Okay,
to
no
print.
problem. But I can see that you have developed it correctly. Let me run this.
It will not, I think. Yes, it correcting, but
Now it's correct. You just need to shift this to
yes, that print element should be not there.
Intelligence should be
Should not there, right? In first one.
where?
This one.
This one?
This one.
Okay, so you think that your programming needs all?
No, but it should be at another position.
Yeah. But good. I can see that you have that logical capability. You have done that, and I know you will be doing that. Great. So I'm very happy that you have answered most of the questions. Okay. Mm. So when you was learning, how much time you was studying?
If I start to study, then I will for 10 hours. I will study for 10 hours continuously without taking any break. But if I stop study, then I won't
You
study.
stop for 10 days.
Yeah, I had stop for 10 or 15 days.
Okay. But if you then start, then
If I start, then I will continuously do it for a month. If I stop, then I will stop.
no problem. That's some of the habit. But it has been said that if you are consistent 4 or 5 hours a day, you can crack anything. Okay.
Yes.
No worries. You have good aptitude of learning, good grasping, and you are intelligent. So I hope you will be working on this consistency thing. Okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
more feedback if I want to give you. Communication that is needed, but I'm not saying that you have bad communication. Okay, you have good communication, but you can there is scope of improvement.
Yes, yes.
With respect to study, you are good. Whatever is needed at the fresher level, you can just get that. Okay. Did you get any calls from our institute till now, or you have not yet applied?
Yes, I got call. That was a company from Delhi. But
From our institute.
yes.
Okay, so you are going there.
No, because of issue like a bond issue and the location.
Bond issue and location. Okay, no problem. But I see that you answered and you definitely getting placement very easily actually. So keep studying same thing, okay? And we'll meet you with the next set of questions. With the next faculty we can arrange as we talked before.
Yes, sir, sure.
You will face more questions, but come with more preparation because the level of questions will be more tougher than this. Okay, so whatever it might not be taught to you, you need to face that. Okay,
Yes.
so thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So guys, what I'm saying, you already saw this interview. Your work is not to judge him, but your work to judge yourself. Most of the times, most of the comments I see in YouTube that focused on somebody else, negative comments. Then, if you talk positive, then you show your knowledge. Negativity is always there. Okay, so better to judge yourself for every question, whether you know it or not. Don't judge him. That's my duty, not your duty. While preparing, you pause my questions and try answering by yourself. You might get succeeded in that, and it will be helpful for you. Right? Whatever I'm saying is correct.
Yes, correct.
People start thinking about you. People start commenting on you. So this is a basic phenomena actually.
No,
Basic.
everyone does that.
You also do that. So that's great. But what I'm saying is that's not a good habit. This purpose of this interview, intention of this interview is just to make yourself perfect. Okay. So see you in the next mock interview with different guy. Thank you. Thank you.